welcome back to Teaching with Tenia. In this video, I'm showing you guys the behind the scenes that you did not get to see during my classroom setup series. So let's get started. I know today's gonna be a good day because remember how I was on a hunt for a small group table and I wanted like a rectangular one? Bam, I got it. How cute. And I can sit right here. Da-da-da-da. My small groups, teach kids how to read. Guys, I'm just so happy today. Today's gonna be a great day. You would think today is Tenia Tuesday, but it's actually Wednesday. But I'm going to keep cleaning and yeah, get some more stuff done. We just put these stairs on the ground so that we know where students to stand during our transition times. I love them. I love them a lot. Alrighty, so I just finished my word wall, A through Z. I love it. I love how the letters are white and it stands out as well. Now I'm just gonna put my alphabets up here with the hot glue gun and go from there. Guys, look at it, my word wall. I'm so proud of it. It's like third grade appropriate, so I absolutely love it. Oh, I'm so happy. Hello everyone, as you can see, I am not in my classroom. I have to get some things prepared at home, doing curriculum planning trainings. Let me tell you, it's been a lot. And then also, I got these water bottles for my students because it's hot and they need water. And I know not everybody can bring a water bottle to school, so I'm just gonna have some that they can just refill, put their names on them, and then like wash it every week. I could do that, just throw it in my dishwasher. But before I give it to them, I obviously want to wash it. And then yeah, get back to doing trainings and planning for the first and second week with lessons and things that I want my students to do. just tell you guys this, setting up a classroom is no joke. Starting from scratch and having to create a learning environment that your students can thrive in is a lot of work. So that's why I decided to do this video, to show you guys how much it actually takes. And I went home a lot of days last week very exhausted because I just was on my feet basically for 8 hours, because setting up a classroom from scratch, as you guys can see, I did a lot of cleaning, a lot of disinfecting, just a lot of getting it ready, because I know that if I was a kid, I wouldn't want to come into a dirty space, so I'm surely not going to do that for my students. Throughout the summer, your classroom just collects dust, so yeah, that's not good for anybody. So I had to basically disinfect, wipe things down, and just thoroughly clean before I could even add my decorations on top of anything, to be honest, or my organization bins on top of anything, because yeah, I just couldn't work in a space like that, and I know my students couldn't either. That was in between a lot of professional development. Nobody told me about how much professional development we would have. So I thought that we would be able to go into our classroom, and they say teachers can go back, like that's when teachers can go into their classroom and set up, right? No, that's when you have professional development meetings, and to be honest, it felt like a fire hose and information overload. This is how you do this, this is how you do this, and I still feel like I don't know everything I need to know. But preparing for the first day of school, I do feel like I'm okay, but it's a lot of like loose ends that need to be tightened up and questions that I had to ask a few more people. But overall, like, I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I got through last week. Another thing is my school does not have colored printing. So you guys saw a lot of colored print that I got from a seashore on Etsy because I wanted my ocean theme. I'll probably link it down below if you guys want it. But I loved like her bundle and everything that came with it. I'm pretty sure it's called C & Co. But yeah, it was a lot of her stuff, and I wanted to laminate it so that I could use it my second year, third year, like years after. And hopefully I'm not starting from scratch every year, so that will help with the lift for next year or whenever I do use these again. But it's like, nobody told me how much work it would be, and I'm just like going and preparing and thinking one thing, and it was a total 180. So I was not able to capture everything. That's why I wanted to do this video for you guys. If you are a first year teacher or a teacher setting up your classroom, just be aware that you're going to have professional development. You're going to have meetings. On top of that, as a first year teacher, people think you know technology already. Like, yes, we're young, so we most likely know how to work technology, but not to the extent in which they're asking us to do it in like a learning professional environment. So that was a huge learning curve within itself. And yeah, I don't know if I showed you guys that, but also learning all the district's technology, your school technology, all of these apps. It's like, what in the world did I sign up for? It's been quite the journey the past 2 weeks, but I'm glad to say that I can finally breathe. Like, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and at the end of the day, like, it's all worth it for my students. Another thing that I had to do was, of course, create the lesson plans, and after I have a great environment, what are my students going to actually learn? So getting the routines, procedures, all of that written down, thinking through how do you want them to come in, how do you want them to do this, how do you want them to ask for a pencil, how do you want them to get their materials. It's just like, OMG. If I have to think of one more thing I want my students to do, I'm gonna go crazy. But no, I mean, I eventually got through it, of course. It was just a lot of work, and I just wish I had been mentally prepared for this. But yeah, so cutting, laminating, printing. Also, my school doesn't have a color printer, so that was a whole nother thing. The reason I had to do things in chunks and only do what I could because I didn't have colored ink. So going to places like Home Depot, Staples, Office Depot, like all those things, or not Home, did I say Home Depot? I'm at Office Depot. Like, those are your best friends where they have printing, and sometimes your school will give you things, and sometimes your school will give you a gift card, but it really just depends. And no matter what, you just gotta work with what you got. Now that I have my classroom 90% done, like I said before, I could breathe and hopefully show you guys the finished product of my classroom reveal, and then also how I got through my first week into teaching. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions for me down below, I would love to communicate with you guys and get to know you guys, because I have a lot of new faces around here. Excited to have you guys, and don't forget to create a great day, and I'll see you guys in my next video.